Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 53 of the best sports show out, Highly Opinionated. I'm your co-host, Josh, ladies and gentlemen, the best co-host in the game, the best guy here on Highly Opinionated, our legend Tim. What's up, brother? How you doing, man?
What's good, man? I'm doing all right. How everything?
Everything is good, brother. Always good to see you, man. Uh, always a pleasure to be in the presence of greatness. You know that. Just want to shout you out, Tim. Highly Opinionated would not be what it is without you, bro. Without your football expertise, your expertise in general. So, thank you. You the best, bro. All love. Keep doing what you're doing, man.
Likewise, appreciate it.
Let me say this. I never give you an opportunity to do this. I feel like it's the perfect time to do this. Wolves of War. Obviously, that's your brand. Just speak a little bit about that. Speak a little bit about what you got going on now, and what you got coming up in the future.
Yeah, man. It's basically a lifestyle brand that represents having a strong pack behind you through the battles of life. And I just came up with it one day, man. I was couldn't really find no graphic T-shirts that I was liking. Everything was looking similar to me, and I just was like, man, I'm one of them people. I just do it myself type of guy. So I was like, man, let me start something. And then it just keeps growing and growing. Right now, I'm working on my second collection for the sweatsuit season, fall season. Pretty dope. Changed the logo around a little bit. Been listening to a couple of people that give me insight on like what's it trending and all that. Cause I'm an old head, low key. You know what I'm saying? I like, you know what I'm saying. So I got to learn. I got to learn too, man. I'm still learning while I'm doing it.
Nah, that's good. I disagree with you on the old head. Old at heart, young in spirit. I got you.
Yeah.
But no, congratulations on everything that you got with Wolves of War. I'm proud of you, ladies and gentlemen. Wolves of War was the first sponsor of Highly Opinionated. We want Tim and everyone at Wolves of War to do well. Congratulations, and again, man, thank you, and keep up the great work, brother.
Definitely.
Ladies and gentlemen, the best editor, the best producer, another best guy on the show. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Ross. What's up, Ross? How you doing, bro?
I'm good, man. How y'all feeling?
We are good, man. Always good to see you, man. Everything good?
Yeah, I can't complain. I get my little 2 cents off since I'm not on the show, but just as a Ravens fan, I hope what we've seen isn't like a consistent. I gotta come in here sad and just all down with the Ravens. I'm happy with some other football. It's a lot of good football going on, but I don't know what we got going on.
Yeah, Ross, I picked them to go to the Super Bowl and win it. I don't think there's nobody that dressed these episodes more than me. So yeah, I'm with you. I definitely with you. Hopefully, it's not what we see. Well, listen, if it continues to be what it needs, if it continues to be what we see, don't worry, ladies and gentlemen. I have no problem making changes in my life. Starting with the team I picked to win the AFC, I have no problem making changes. It's called adapting and adjusting, ladies and gentlemen. You gotta get up with the times of 2025. Ain't that right, old man Tim?
You right
So
about that.
come on, man. You found me. So yeah, hopefully we don't see that on the Ravens. Ross, sorry about being a football fan is hard because if your team loses, it really messes up your weekend. It really messes up your weekend and your week. And that ass whooping they got, yeah, that was hurtful. So I got you. Ladies and gentlemen, we want to thank you guys for watching episode 52 last week. We'll give a special shout out to our guest from last week, Mook. Mook, just want to give you another clap. Thank you for coming on the show, bro. You were tremendous. Thank you for everything that you've done. Keep doing your great work. And eventually, whenever you start your podcast, me and Tim and Ross can't wait to come on your show and see how you run things and get things situated, man. So keep doing what you're doing, man. All love to you. Tim, before we get episode 53 started, Ross, can you tell the people where they can follow us out on our social medias?
Yes, sir. Y'all can follow us on Instagram at highly opinionated __. Follow us on TikTok at highly opinionated _SS. Follow us on Twitter or X at highly O_SS. And of course, y'all really on YouTube, so make sure you like, subscribe, leave a comment, and we will be sure to comment back.
We sure will. We love all the communication that you guys bring, whether it's on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, etc. We're grateful for the communication, grateful for the feedback. And again, as I've said every episode, if you disagree and you want to come on the show and speak about sports, this is the place for you. Tim, are you ready to get episode 53 started, my brother?
Yes, sir. Let's get it.
Let's get it. Let's start off with college football. Week 6 recap. Let's start off with Vanderbilt and Alabama. Alabama beat Vanderbilt 30-14. The Alabama Crimson Tide, led by Ty Simpson, 23 of 31, 340 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Jan Miller, 22 carries, 136 yards, 1 touchdown. Ryan Williams, 6 catches, 98 yards, 1 touchdown. Jeremy Bernard, 5 catches, 82 yards, 1 touchdown. Vanderbilt, Diego Pavia, 21 of 35, 198 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. Alexander had 4 carries, 76 yards, and a touchdown. And Vandy's leading wide receiver was Junior Sherrill, 6 catches, 49 yards. Your thoughts on Alabama improving their record to 4-1 on the season?
I mean, the difference in the game was the 2 red zone turnovers. Pavia had one, and that interception was terrible. I don't know what he was looking at. The other turnover I missed, so I don't know what happened there, but that's the difference in the game. Like, versus teams of that caliber, you got to capitalize in the red zone, and they missed out on 2 opportunities. So that's only was a difference in the game. I think Alabama, like everybody's saying they back. I don't, you know what I'm saying? When people say teams back to what? You know what I'm saying? Like, I think they're a solid team. I don't think they're like Alabama, like Bama what we grew up on. But they pretty solid team.
Yeah, it was 14-14 at halftime. Alabama outscored Alabama's 6-0 in the third. Alabama outscored them 10-0 in the fourth quarter. So basically 16-0 in the third and fourth quarter, which got the separation from 14-30, 30-14 was the final score. I agree with you. The turnover in the red zone with Diego Pavia actually hurted them more because they were driving, turned the ball over in the red zone. That actually hurt. I agree with you. I don't necessarily think Alabama. I don't. When people say Alabama's back to what? Well, they're not going to ever really truly be back to what they were. They have a different coach. Kalen DeBoer is not Nick Saban. Nick Saban is different than Caleb DeBoer. Nick Saban is the greatest college coach ever. Kalen DeBoer is a very good college coach. Levels to it. So for me, Alabama, I think they're a contender to make the college football playoff, contender to win the SEC. I don't necessarily think they'll win the national championship. They have a chance, but I think as far as being back, when people say that, I guess they mean back in contention, because last season, obviously, they weren't in contention last season. But this defense of Alabama, they gave up a 67-yard run to Alexander. So I need to see that Alabama defense, 65-yard run. I need to see that Alabama defense be more stingy and stout against the run. They're not as stout and stingy as they were against the run as they were back in the day with Nick Saban. As far as the quarterback, Ty Simpson, the perfect quarterback for Kalen DeBoer's system. The offense will keep them in games in Alabama. Will be the reason why, with Bernard, Williams, Jan Miller coming back, and then again with Ty Simpson. The question for me with Alabama is the defense. Can the defense be the defense of Alabama of old? And we need to see that. Kalen DeBoer is not Nick Saban. So that's a level of different expertise. One expertise is offense, one's expertise is defense. So congratulations to Alabama. They moved to 4-1. They have a big game this Saturday coming up at Missouri. Let's move on to our next game that we're going to recap. Next one we're going to recap was a beatdown. The Texas Tech Red Raiders went into Houston, put their feet up, and said, "Hey, this is our house. I know our campus is in Lubbock, but we're going to own Houston." And they definitely did that 35-11. That Texas Tech defense was stifling. Morton, quarterback for Texas Tech, 28 of 40, 345 yards, 1 touchdown, no interception. Williams, 19 carries, 107 yards, 2 touchdowns. Cameron Dicker, 21 carries, 98 yards. Douglas, 7 catches, 114 yards. Eakin, 10 catches, 81 yards. Cameron Dickey, he had 1 catch for 69 yards in the touchdown. Meanwhile, for Houston, Connor Wegman, 5 for 12, 71 yards. He had an interception. He got hurt. Zion Chris came in 5 for 13, 93 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Chris added 59 yards on the ground. And Amari Thomas, 2 catches, 70 yards, and 1 touchdown. Your thoughts on the Texas Tech Red Raiders moving to 5-0.
I really feel like Houston offense ain't come to play at all. Like the defense actually didn't play bad given the positions they was in multiple times. Like Houston started out the game, the boy threw the ball, Wayman threw the ball backwards. The guy ain't try to get the ball. They set him up for points. Like they started off the game terrible. They threw an interception right after that. Like you know what I'm saying? The defense held for most of the game, and then the levees broke because Wayman got hurt, and then they ain't do nothing with the ball. So offensively they was terrible. Defensively, I thought they actually played pretty good for most of the game. But shout out to Texas and Tech. Like you said, they came in there and dominated on, you know what I'm saying, both phases of the ball. And they did get robbed on one call too. Like I don't that little when they punted the ball and Shorty from Texas Tech bobbled it. They said it was fair catch interference, but the boy wasn't even near him. He got blocked in the back. That was bad. That kind of said it. Like Houston it was bad. Everything in Houston was bad that day. Like, you know what I'm saying? But shout out to Texas Tech, man. They got the dub and impressive win at Houston.
Yeah, Houston didn't play their best. But I thought Texas Tech, again, I picked them to win the game. I thought they were going to be the better team, and they were. 27 first downs to 12. Third down, they were 50%, 9 of 18. Houston was 1 of 12. You're not going to win the game. You're not going to beat the team in the top 11 being 1 for 12 on third down. Texas Tech was 1 for 1 on fourth down. Houston was 2 for 5. Texas Tech had 552 total yards. Houston had 267. And the other two most important stats, turnovers. Texas Tech had 1. Houston had 3. Time of possession, Texas Tech 38 minutes. Houston 22 minutes. That was the game. I just thought, again, Texas Tech, I think they're the best team in the Big 12. Before the preseason started, I had them making the college football playoff. I haven't seen nothing. I felt like their hardest games in the Big 12 were on the road. They played Utah on the road, and then this Houston team. Houston was undefeated before this game. Both teams were 4-0 going into this game. So it was a big game, and it was somewhat. I know Texas Tech was favored, but a lot of people was picking Houston to win the game outright. So I just think Texas Tech the best team. Morton and that defense that they paid, it's legal now to do it in college. But that defense that they paid for at Texas Tech, damn near $20 million in the transfer portal. There's no reason why they're 5-0. They're going to be to me they're the best team in the Big 12, and they will be your big. God forbid anything crazy happen. I think they'll be your Big 12 champions in December when we get to that point. So congratulations to Texas Tech. Houston, I still think they're an up and coming team. Need to improve their offense just a tidbit more. I think the defense kind of gave them once they realized their offense wasn't going to show up. So I think Houston's on the come up, but it's Texas Tech time, and they showed it by winning 35-11. Our last game that we're going to go over. Bittersweet for me. I don't necessarily like Florida State. I'll be all honest. I picked Florida State because we texted, and I told you that I thought that they was going to beat Miami after they lost to Virginia. But Miami went to Florida State, and they beat Florida State 28-22. And ladies and gentlemen, the game was not close. Miami was significantly the better team. Florida State punted on 6 straight drives throughout the game. So Miami were the better team. They pulled away. They pulled out early, and then Florida State, they clawed their way back in the game towards the end. Carson Beck, 20 of 27, 241 yards, 4 touchdowns. Mark Fletcher, 12 carries, 40 yards. Tony, 7 catches. Malachi Tony, 7 catches, 107 yards, 2 touchdowns. CJ Daniels, 5 catches, 78 yards, 2 touchdowns. Tommy Castellanos, 25 out of 45, 272 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Castellanos added 57 yards on the ground. Galvin Sawchuk, if I'm saying his name right, Tim?
Sawchuk.
Running back.
Yeah.
Sawchuk. 11 carries, 47 yards. And their lead receiver for Florida State was Deuce Robinson. 6 catches, 87 yards. Your thoughts on Miami getting to 5-0 on this young season?
I should have stuck to my original pick. I know. I know. Like, I know. I told you. I know it. Like, that's all on me, man. I blame that all on me, man. They clearly was better than us. One thing I do give Florida State, like other teams that I see quit, they actually clawed back.
Oh, yeah. Florida State ain't quit. They did not quit.
I definitely like that a lot. But honestly, man, Florida State, they got ranked because they beat Bama first week of the season. Like, we just gonna be honest. They beat Bama. Bama's not as good as, you know what I'm saying? Bama might make the playoff, but they not as good as, you know what I'm saying, everybody thinks. So like that's why they got a number next to their thing, next to their FSU. And then they played 2 cupcakes. Then we played 2 real teams, and we lose 2 games. You know what I'm saying? Because we not really that good. I'm gonna keep it 100. We not that good. I thought we would win like 8, 9 games, maybe. Like, you know what I'm saying? We won 2 games last year. I ain't no unrealistic person that think we gonna go to college playoff. Like, I ain't never had them dreams. I just was happy to see the offense actually put up points because we ain't put up points since 2023. So for me, man, Miami the second best team in the country, and I hate to say that because it's Miami. You know what I'm saying? And they're in the same thing, but they're the second best team in the country to me. Watching them play defensively, I don't know what they did on defense from last year, but the defense actually can get stops and actually, you know what I'm saying, actually looks like a Miami fast-flowing defense offensively. I'm not the biggest Beck fan, but he looked comfortable over there. So, you know what I'm saying, I'm looking forward to see if they can, you know what I'm saying, really make some noise when it's time to come. Shout out to Miami.
Yeah, shout out to Miami. Getting their record, bumping their record up. I think Miami's the best team in the country. I know you might think, no, you said second best. We're debating 1 and 2, but I think they're the best team. I think their offense and defensive line will keep them in every game, no matter who they play, whether they're playing an SEC team, a Big Ten team, an ACC team, a Big 12 team, or a Group of 5 team. They're also the state champions. They beat a ranked South Florida team. Ranked South Florida, I think, was like 16th in the country at that point in time, so they beat them. They beat Florida. And then they beat Florida State. So for me, I look at it as Miami. I think Miami's the best team playing the best right now. Obviously, we'll see Oregon this week in the top 8, top 7 showdown at home against Indiana. We'll get to that game in a little bit. But I think right now Miami's the best team. And I think Carson Beck has looked – this is the most comfortable I've ever seen Carson Beck play. And remember, he played at Georgia. And we thought, at certain points, at least me, I thought he was the best quarterback in college going into the season last year. He didn't look comfortable last year. The Carson Beck that I thought last year is the Carson Beck I'm seeing this year. That's comfortable, free-flowing. No, you got plenty of time. They ran a flea flick on Miami. Ball placement couldn't be perfect. Couldn't have been perfect for Carson Beck to the wide receiver. I think it was number 7. It was Tony. So who caught the touchdown? So for me, I think Miami is the best team. I think Oregon's right there behind them. We'll see. We'll see as the season progresses. But congratulations to Miami. Miami will stand undefeated, and in my opinion, solidifying themselves as not only the best team in the ACC, but the best team in the whole in the entire country. So, shout out to Miami. Shout out to Mario Cristobal. Tim, let's move on to week 7 in college football. As always, we're going to preview 3 games. And let's start off with the number 1 Ohio State Buckeyes traveling to Illinois to take on the number 17 Fighting Illini of Illinois. This game is Saturday at 12 p.m. Eastern. Game is on Fox. Big noon kickoff will be live from Champaign, Illinois. Coverage starts Saturday at 10 a.m. on Fox. Who's walking out of Champaign with a bottle of champagne, Tim? Ohio State or Illinois?
Man, so last time I took Illinois in the big game, they got romped 63-10. But my favorite quarterback playing in this game, man, Luke Audemars, that's my favorite quarterback in college right now. I think that game is going to be good, man. I think it's going to come down to how good is Ohio State offense. Like, their offense still don't look too clean to me. Like, it's been okay, but I don't think it's looked clean. And I think I'm gonna go out Ohio State in a close one, but I think Luke Audemars has a day though. I think he's able to move the ball on Ohio State, but I think Ohio State ultimately pulls out the game. It's gonna be a close game though.
So you like Ohio State to get the dub?
Yeah.
I like Ohio State too. I think Ohio State wins the game. I'm looking at Bo Jackson, freshman running back for Ohio State. He leads the team in rushing with 360 yards, 2 touchdowns on the ground. Quarterback Julian Sand, he was recruited at Alabama, left Alabama, went to Ohio State when Nick Saban left Alabama to be marvelous on College Game Day. Obviously, we know about Jeremiah Smith. I'm looking at Cornelius Tate. Carnell Tate. 24 catches, 435 yards, 4 touchdowns. I think Ohio State just has too many mismatches. The over-under is, the point spread is Ohio State minus 16.5. I think eventually Ohio State, I think the game will start off close and then Ohio State will overpower them towards the end. So just like you, I'm taking Ohio State and I'm actually laying the 16.5. I think Ohio State is significantly better than Illinois, even though they're playing at home. And I think Ohio State defense with Matt Patricia will get after Luke Altmaier. Ohio State has had the best defense in the country. I don't even think they've given up 10 points for the whole season. Yeah, they haven't. Ohio State hasn't given up 10 points the whole season. So for me, yeah, they gave up 7 to Texas, 0 to Grambling, 9 to Ohio, 6 to Washington, 3 to Minnesota. So I think that Ohio State defense will get after Illinois.
Illinois is going to score more than 10. I know that.
I hope so. All I'm gonna say is I think we question about the Ohio State offense, but that's not the best unit of their team. Their best unit is with their defense behind my man Pencil, Matt Patricia. Matt Patricia he got them right, especially in that Texas game early, because that Texas game could have gone either way earlier, but they kept getting stopped. So I like Ohio State. We both like Ohio State to beat Illinois. Next game we're going to preview Saturday at 3:30. Indiana Hoosiers travel to Eugene, Oregon to take on the number 3 Oregon Ducks. This game is Saturday at 3:30 on CBS. CBS's pregame show will be live from Oregon. Coverage starts at 2:30. Tim, I think it's a big game when they send a studio show out to a ballpark to cover the game. So, sure. Number 7 Indiana, number 3 Oregon. I'll start us off. Both teams are undefeated. Oregon's favored by 7.5. You said Miami was the second best team in the country. Who's the best team in the country?
Oregon.
Give me Oregon. I think they find a way to win this game at home. Dante Moore, that offensive line, that defensive line. The coach Dan Lannon always has them prepared. He had them prepared for the whiteout at Penn State 2 weeks ago. They went in there and raised hell. Give me the Oregon Ducks to win the game at home against the Indiana. Shout out to Dante Moore. Before you go, Tim, this could be Dante's Moore Heisman moment. Shout out, look out for that, ladies and gentlemen. Give me Oregon.
Yeah, man, this Oregon team, right? Normally, the crazy thing is I don't like them Pac-12 teams. I know they in a different conference now because they play that they not as physical, but they got physicality to them. Like they number 20, I forgot number 23, the running back name. He run tough. Dante Moore, like he's great on the run, throwing the ball. They got a freshman receiver. He like that. And defensively, they got a tight end number 18. I'm sorry, I don't know names. Tight end number 18. He tough. D-line tough. Like this is a physical and fast Oregon team. I think this is their year to actually do something because most of the time they good but not good enough to win it. I like Oregon too, man. I think it's just going to be trying to tackle them in space. And they can get whatever game you want to play, they can play. So, but I think they're gonna try to get Indiana in space. So, give me Oregon.
Number 18 on Oregon is Kenyon Sadiq.
Yeah,
tight end. You said the running back. What number was the running back?
23, the starter.
What number? 23. Darian Hill Jr. running back. Yeah, he's actually a freshman.
Yeah, he's tough. They tough. So they got.
Yeah, we both like.
If they don't transfer, they don't transfer because you know how this thing go. But if they don't transfer, Oregon could be something special for the next 2-3 years because they got a good nucleus and they all young. So watch out for.
That's one thing about Dan Lannon, bro. He can coach. He can coach and he can recruit. He can recruit his ass up. So we both like Oregon. I think Indiana will play them tough for the first half, but I think Oregon will pull away in the second half. So we both like the Oregon Ducks to stay undefeated. Last game we're going to preview for week 7 of college football is South Carolina Gamecocks at the number 11 LSU Tigers. This game is Saturday at 7:45. This game is on the SEC Network. You start us off, bro. Who's leaving out of Baton Rouge with a win? South Carolina or LSU?
My LSU offense, man. it's been worrying me for the past couple of weeks, man. Y'all know how I feel about Shane Beaner and Lenore Sellers, man. They gonna get this upset, man. They about to shock the world, man. They gonna get this upset. They gonna go in there and get the win, and Lenore Sellers gonna ball out. Give me South Carolina upset.
South Carolina, South Kakalaki to beat LSU. South Carolina's 3-2. LSU is 4-1. The point spread is 9.5. The over/under is 44.5. If LSU was 5-0, I would agree with you. But by them being 4-1, this game is super duper important. LSU, if they want to make the playoffs and be in any contention of making the playoffs, can't lose at home in South Carolina. I respect Lenore Sellers. I respect Shane Beamer. I like South Carolina. Seems like every time we have them on the show, I'm picking against them. But I like South Carolina. I think they're a good team. But I think this wrong spot, wrong time. LSU needs to win this, or my family down there with Brian Kelly, my family, they're gonna be on his ass. So for that, Brian Kelly, I don't want people on your ass, sir. So I'm taking LSU, man. They better win this game. They gotta win this game, or their playoff hosts will be slim to none. Go look at LSU schedule after this game. They gotta win. So give me LSU to beat South Carolina Saturday night. Ladies and gentlemen, should be a great. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Before you go to this next segment, man, I gotta shout out my guy, man. I went to high school with Jerry Newhouse, the offensive coordinator at UCLA that got the big upset. His first game calling the offense, man. Shout out to my guy Jerry, man. Good guy, man. I was happy to see him. They lift my boy up after the game and all that, man. Almost shed a real tear came down my eye looking at that, man. So shout out to UCLA, man. That's all I gotta say. I don't even want to talk about Penn State. Shout out to UCLA. We're gonna keep it positive. Shout out to UCLA.
Hey, that's not their name. That's not their name on this show. Their name is State. Their name is State Penn. And until they win, then they go back to Penn State. They are State Penn. Did they fire James Franklin yet?
Nah.
Oh, State Penn. Hey, bro, State Penn it is. Congratulations to Jerry Newhouse. I watched that game thoroughly Saturday. Congratulations to him, and congratulations to his father, Rick Newhouse. Obviously started at UCLA, been there at UCLA. Congratulations to them. Congratulations to the Newhouse family. Ladies and gentlemen, it should be a great week of college football action. Week 7. You guys see on the screen notable games. Number 24, South Florida at North Texas Friday night at 7:30. Number 8, Alabama at number 14, Missouri, Saturday at 12. Red River Robbery. Number 6, Oklahoma versus Texas, Saturday at 3:30. A sneaky game in the Big Ten. Nebraska at Maryland, Saturday at 3:30. Number 15, Michigan at USC, Saturday night, 7:30. Number 18, BYU at Arizona, Saturday at 8 p.m. And number 21, Arizona State at Utah, Saturday at 10:15. Which game catches your eye, my brother?
Nebraska, Maryland, man, because Maryland let a game go away last week that just was terrible. Like I don't know how teams blow big leads like that. Like they was dominating Washington. I turned the game off, then I come back, my mind like they lost. I like lost what? You know what I'm saying? So definitely Maryland. I definitely want to see
what.
I definitely want to see how they respond, man, because stuff like that can snowball. So hopefully they can get it back together versus Nebraska. So yeah, that's the one for me.
Both of these teams come in with one loss. We are highlighting this game because the winner could somewhat propel themselves. We don't necessarily think college football material, but could be right in that second tier of the Big Ten. And you never know, that second tier, you might be able to sneak into a college football playoff berth if you get lucky. So great choice by you, Nebraska and Maryland. For me, I'm looking at 2 games. I'm looking at BYU at Arizona and Arizona State at Utah. Again, I think Texas Tech is the best team in the Big 12, but I want to know who they're going to play. So I'm looking at BYU, looking at Arizona, looking at Arizona State, looking at Utah. I think one of those 4 teams will probably be Texas Tech's opponent in the Big 12 championship game. So it should be a great week of college football. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a quick break. You're watching Highly Opinionated. We will be right back. Ladies and gentlemen, this episode of Highly Opinionated is brought to you by Edibly Airy. Enjoy the heightened experience of THC edibles in a whole new way. At Edibly Airy, Our freeze dry edibles available in 100 milligram, 200 milligram, 300 milligram, 400 milligram. Will give you the buzz you crave with a flavor you won't forget. Available in 3 different flavors: watermelon sunset, tropical fruit, and berry. To place orders, please visit the website at edibly.com. While you're there at edibly.com, use a promotion code. You guys see the promotion code on the screen. $ Highly Airy, $. Again, $ Highly Airy, $ for 20% off your first purchase. Follow us on IG at Edibly Airy for new product releases and monthly hookups. Must be 21 and over to purchase. Edibly Airy, the best freeze-dry edibles out. Go shop. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Highly Opinionated. Tim, one of the best times in sports. We have NFL, college football, the NBA is coming back, college basketball is coming back, right in the middle of the heart of the Major League Baseball playoffs. Ladies and gentlemen, as you guys can see on the screen, this is the playoff bracket. The Cleveland Indians and Detroit Tigers met in the wild card. Detroit won that in 3. Boston and New York met in the wild card. New York won that in 3. Cincinnati and the Dodgers met in the wild card. LA won in 2. Padres and the Cubs met in the wild card. The Cubs won that in 3. So now, the divisional round. We have the Tigers and the Mariners. That series is currently tied 1-1. Game 2 will be Tuesday, October 7th at 4:08. The Yankees and the Blue Jays. The Blue Jays are up 2-0. Game 3 will be October 7th at 8:08. For the NL, the National League Series, the Dodgers are currently up 1-0 in that series. Game 2 will be Monday at 4:40 Eastern. The Milwaukee Brewers and the Chicago Cubs, that series is 1-0. Game 2 will be Monday at 9:09 Eastern. So, best time of the year for a baseball fan. You get your MLB baseball playoffs going on. Don't look too good for my Yankees. I don't think the Yankees and the Dodgers will be meeting back in the World Series. The Yankees, like I said, are currently down 2-0. And for me, the Dodgers I thought the Dodgers, and I feel like the winner of the Dodgers and the Philly series will represent the NL in the World Series. So a lot of great baseball going on. Tim, any thoughts on the baseball playoff?
Yeah, man, I'm mad at myself, man. I be telling myself put a couple of dollars on the Brewers, man, when they was going through the winning streaks, man. So I think it's going to be Brewers versus Dodgers on that side. On the other side, I think it's going to be Blue Jays versus who was it? Blue Jays versus Detroit.
Okay.
And I normally rock with the Dodgers, but I'm gonna go upset this year. I'm gonna go upset. I'm gonna get the Brewers gonna beat the Dodgers, and then they're gonna play the Blue Jays. Brewers gonna win the whole thing, man.
Brewers gonna win the whole thing. Okay. I like it. I wasn't even expecting a prediction from you for baseball.
I dibble and dabble just a little. I know enough just to know enough, as they say.
Hey man, listen. You know enough to know a lot, as I said. So, bro, you are the guy. You are the guy on this show. I lean on a lot. So, but it's been a great baseball playoffs. I watched some of the wild card games. I haven't really watched some of the divisional games because they started over the weekend when football was on. But I'll get a chance to watch a couple of divisional games this weekend. So this week. So I like your pick. So Brewers and you said Blue Jays in the World Series? Or no, Brewers and Tigers. I'm sorry, Brewers and Tigers in the World Series. And you got the Brewers winning the whole thing, man. So that's what's up. Ladies and gentlemen, not only do we have the MLB playoffs going on, we have the WNBA Finals going on. And ladies and gentlemen, it's a privilege and an honor to watch these ladies go out here and play basketball. The WNBA Finals is currently 2-0. The Las Vegas Aces are up 2-0 on the Phoenix Mercury. The Aces won Game 1, 89-86. And they won Game 2, 91-78. Game 3 will be Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. The WNBA Finals is best 4 out of 7, so you have to win 4 out of 7 to win the championship. Game 3 is, as I said, Wednesday night, 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock. Game 4 is Friday night at 8:00. I think we both, even though it's a 2-0 lead, we didn't talk about it, but I think we both like the Aces going into the series. I think Asia Wilson is the best women's basketball player in the world. I think she's truly amazing, and I think the players that the Aces have around her, whether it's Jackie Young, Chelsea Gray, Joy Lloyd, Jewel Lloyd, just to name a few. I think those I think these women know how to play basketball, can play well together, and they're coached by a hell of a coach in Becky Hammond. She learned from Greg Popovich, So shout out to the Aces. I think the Aces will bring home the WNBA championship.
Yeah, man, they are. Aja Wilson, she a bucket. It's crazy, right? So, like, I was a big fan of Joel Lloyd. She on the team, and they team so good, they don't even use her like that. You know what I'm saying? She used to be a bucket with Seattle, but they don't even need her most of the time. You know what I'm saying? So I forgot the other guy. What's Shorty name?
Chelsea Gray.
Chelsea Gray. Chelsea Gray. Yeah, man, they loaded over there, man. Shout out to Phoenix for getting there, but this just wasn't a good matchup for y'all. Like this just wasn't that matchup.
Yeah, shout out to Jackie Young. Jackie Young had 32 points in game 2. Most people don't even. Yeah, they loaded, man. That Las Vegas Aces team, super loaded, super talented, and coached by a dog in Becky Hammond, man. So we both think the Aces will find a way to. Let me ask you this: is it a sweep or do it go longer than 4 games?
Yeah, get the brooms. Get the brooms.
I'm gonna say this: I think Phoenix is gonna find a way to win 1 game. Okay. I think they'll find a way to win 1 game, and I think the Aces will clinch it game 5 on their home court in Las Vegas.
Okay.
Great time in sports, man. Shout out to the MLB. Shout out to the WNBA. You guys doing great things. MLB playoffs going great. WNBA playoffs were going great. WNBA Finals. Can't wait to watch Game 3 Wednesday night. Tim, let's move forward. Let's recap the NFL. Let's recap Week 5 of the NFL season. Let's start off with the Thursday night game between the 49ers and the Rams. The 49ers eked out a win against the Rams in overtime, 26-23. Before I give you the stats on this game, I just want to give a special shout out to Mac Jones. I earned so much respect for him in that game. I thought he was going to be knocked out several times, but he found a way to get back up, found a way to get off the turf, and found a way to keep his team in position to find a way to win the game. Mac Jones, 33 of 49, 342 yards, 2 touchdowns. Christian McCaffrey, 22 carries, 57 yards. He had 8 catches, 82 yards. Kendrick Bourne, one of the stars of the game, 10 catches, 142 yards. For the Rams, Matthew Stafford, 30 of 47, 389 yards, 3 touchdowns. Kyron Williams, 14 attempts, 65 yards. 1 costly fumble at the goal line. Blake Corum fumbled the toss. He had one rush for 13 yards. He fumbled the toss that was tossed back to him. It was a little high of a toss from Matthew Stafford, but you still got to catch the ball if I'm Blake Corum. Devontae Adams, 5 catches, 89 yards. Puka Nacua, 10 catches, 85 yards, and a touchdown. For me, the Rams had several opportunities to put this game away, but I just want to shout out the resilience of the San Francisco 49ers. There are a lot of teams in the NFL that have injuries and will use injuries as an excuse. San Francisco said, nah, we down our 3rd, 4th string wide receiver. We're going to play our ass off. We got our 2nd string quarterback. We're going to play our ass off. We don't have our starting tight end. We don't have starting people on our defense. We're going to play our ass off. Shout out to the San Francisco 49ers. And they've improved their record to 4-1.
Yeah, man, I couldn't say no better, man. Like all the injuries, you know what I'm saying? Almost a lot of these teams banged up, right? So it's about like who step up, who come to play, how resilient you are, those things, you know what I'm saying? It's beyond football at that point when you got injuries, right? So like you said, man, Mac Jones should be the starting quarterback to me, man. I always thought they overpaid Purdy, man. Purdy ain't never showed me nothing to get paid any money in the first place. I think they got controversy, like, because Purdy ain't look good in the game he played, or the other one where he didn't play it. You know what I'm saying? Like, Purdy ain't been looking good. Mac Jones should be the starter, man, and hopefully they do what's right. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully. Well, we know they probably not going to do what's right. They're going to put Purdy back in. So, but
yeah,
right
you
now,
bro, you got to put him back in. He's a $50 million. You got to play.
Yeah, I I like winning, man. So you know what I'm saying. We could trade that $50 million guy. Me personally, you know what I'm saying. I think Mac Jones has showed more already than Purdy has. To me, I know Purdy has got to the NFL. I know y'all gonna say I'm crazy because I know Purdy has got to the NFC Championship game. He got to. Did they get to the Super Bowl?
Yeah, they lost to the Super.
Yeah.
They lost to the Chiefs.
Yeah, but I think Mac Jones is better. Like I think if Mac Jones, like I even said when Darnold was there, I thought Darnold would have won the Super Bowl. Me personally, like I thought, you know what I'm saying. I just think how Shanahan runs things and certain quarterbacks in his system, how they fit. I just don't think Purdy was that good personally. But shout out to 49ers, man. I got this wrong, but I did tell you the game would be closer if Mac Jones played than Purdy. And not only was it close, they got the dub.
Yeah, I was surprised. I thought the Rams would find a way to get the win, but they didn't. Shout out to the 49ers and shout out for them for being resilient and getting a win on the road. Big NFC West win by the San Francisco 49ers improved their record to 4-1. Another team that improved their record to 4-1. Another game that we're going to recap is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Seattle Seahawks. Tampa Bay Buccaneers went to Seattle and won 38-35. Ladies and gentlemen, I think this was the best game that you watched in week 5 from start to finish. It was a defensive game at the beginning, but then both quarterbacks stepped up, balled out, and showed up. Baker Mayfield was 29 of 33, 374 yards, 2 touchdowns. Rashad White, 14 carries, 41 yards, 2 touchdowns on the ground. Emeka Egbuka, 7 catches, 163 yards and a touchdown. For the Seattle Seahawks, Sam Darnold, 28-34, 341 yards, 4 touchdowns, 1 interception. Walker, the running back, 8 catches, 10 carries, 86 yards. Charbonnet, 9 carries, 36 yards and a touchdown. Jackson Smith and Jigba, 8 catches, 132 yards and 1 touchdown. Your thoughts on Tampa Bay improving that record to 4-1?
So Seattle, y'all defense let me down, man. Ain't no way. You know, it just ain't no way. I'm watching that game like people wide open. What happened? For me, the game changed. I'm not trying to discredit Baker because he had a great game. Like I ain't one of them people. Like because that's one of the first times I seen him not try force things. You know what I'm saying? To me, every time I watch Baker, normally you got 2 chances to catch your picks. That game, you ain't had no chances. Part of the reason why, because they was running free. Like I ain't see nobody in the screen a lot of them times. You know what I'm saying? But the game changed to me when, for some reason, McDonald wanted to put Jalen Milroe in the game and run an option. I don't know why we did that. I don't know why they did that. It didn't make no sense to me when it happened. That just changed to me. That changed the game. I know it was early in the game, Tim. They came all the way back. But you ain't had to come all the way back. If we don't run that with goofball, he throw the ball behind it. Like, what we doing? Like, you know what I'm saying? What we doing? Offensively, I thought Donald, y'all, I be telling y'all stuff. Y'all gonna listen one day. Like, offensively, they played a great game. Like, you gotta figure 9 incompletions in the whole game between both quarterbacks. Like, that's crazy. Like, you don't even play that clean versus Ed most of the, you know what I'm saying? That's almost like playing versus Ed. Like, 9 completions between both quarterbacks. So, like I said, it was a shootout. Great game if you don't like defense. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Bucks, man. They find a way to win. They got a lot of injuries too, Ravens fans. So you know what I'm saying? I don't hear them complaining. They got a lot of injuries. Man. They figured out how to wait. They still figure out how to way to win. You know what I'm saying? So hey, man, shout out to the Bucks, man. I don't got no hate toward. You know what I'm saying? It was a great game. You know what I'm saying? I wish things would have went a little different at the end, but hey, shout out to the Bucks, man. They will never win out.
So much that was said there, brother. So much that was said. I don't even know where I can start it. All joking aside, I agree with your premise. To me, it's hard to walk away from that game and don't think both of these teams are contenders. Ross, if you don't mind, I would like to show a play. Ross, before you show the play. Tim, I owe you an apology. Because when you did your top 10 list, I laughed. Now, I don't necessarily think Sam Darnold, you can debate whether he's a top 10 quarterback. You might not be able to debate that now because some people, like Lamar, going to step out, Joe Burrow going to step out. So obviously that makes him elevate. Bro, yeah, I see what you were saying. I watched that game on Sunday. I thought Baker Mayfield was the best player on the field. Barely. You know who the second best player on the field was? Sam Darnold. And that's on the field with Jackson Smith and Jigma and my guy, Emeka Egbuka. By the way, y'all dumbass folks at Bleacher Report that wanted to give Emeka Egbuka a B grade and get Matthew Golden an A, B minus, B plus. I don't know what the hell y'all smoking, drinking on, looking at, or whatever. Emeka Egbuka is the best receiver in this draft class. It's not even close. So we getting that now. Stop that, Bleacher Report. Y'all better than that. Now, getting back to the game. The Ross, can you show that play? I want the audience to see how good Sam Darnold really was yesterday. Ross, go ahead and show that play.
In the backfield. Darnold, here comes Diaby and downfield caught. Touchdown! Torrey Horton.
Sam Darnold from that clip, ladies and gentlemen, is playing like a top 10 quarterback. I was nervous. So I picked Seattle to win the game. So obviously, I think y'all know who I wanted to win, but I picked Seattle. I thought the home field advantage would be the reason why they win the game. And Sam Darnold was tremendous. He was great. Y'all going to talk about the interception at the end? I'm not doing that. Baker Mayfield had an interception last week in the red zone, and I was critical of him. I'm critical of Sam Darnold. The ball was going to get batted down at best anyway because Levante or the other guy was going to get it anyway. But, Sam, you can't make that throw. Sam Darnold is a top 10 quarterback. Yes, he's playing like a top 10 quarterback. He needs to lose that haywire gene. Just sometimes, he's just going to give you that, like you said about Baker. Baker will give you 2 or 3 passes a game. He's still going to give you 4 or 5. He should have had at least 2 balls picked. One should have been picked by Yaya Diaby in the end zone. He didn't catch it. Fine, it is what it is. Another interception got called back from illegal contact. So with both Sam Darnold and Baker Mayfield can improve and stop giving the team opportunities to catch one and, like put the ball in harm's way. Other than that, Sam Darnold and Baker Mayfield put on the best quarterback head-to-head quarterback performance I've seen all year, other than Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson. That was really Derrick Henry. If you look at that game, Derrick Henry was the one that was really killing. But I'm talking about the 2 best quarterbacks on the field, Baker Mayfield and Sam Darnold. That was a classic game. Shout out to the Bucs on becoming 4-1. And ladies and gentlemen, do not sleep on the Seattle Seahawks. They're 3-2, and they are strong. They might be the best team in the NFC West. Just might be. So, great game between the Bucs and the Seahawks. Our last game that we're going to review, go over, is the Washington Commanders and the LA Chargers. The Washington Commanders won 27-10. Return of the man, Jaden Daniels, 15 of 26, 231 yards, 1 touchdown, no interceptions. He had 39 yards on the ground. The rookie, Croxy Merritt, 14 attempts, 111 yards from 2 touchdowns. Deebo Samuel, 8 catches, 96 yards, 1 touchdown. For the Chargers, Justin Herbert, 22 of 29, 166 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. Herbert added 60 yards on the ground. Amari and Hampton, 12 carries, 44 yards. And their lead receiver was Keenan Allen, 5 catches, 58 yards. I'll start us off with this one. I like the Chargers. I picked the Chargers to make the playoffs. I still think they're a playoff team. Do you know who yesterday benefited? Kansas City Chiefs. Buffalo lost. The Chargers lost. Only team that they really might have to compete with that won yesterday. No disrespect to Indy. I know. I don't think Indy is going to the conference championship of the Super Bowl. I think they're a good team. I don't think they're going that far. Only team that the Chiefs won with that could possibly take them, meet them in the playoffs, I think later on the rounds is Denver, because with Denver surprisingly beat Philly. But other than that, the Chiefs won the day. The Bills lost. The Chargers lost. They're right behind the Chargers now. The Chargers are 3-2. The Chiefs are 2-2 right now. Currently speaking, heading into their Monday night game at Jacksonville. So they can find a way to win that game Monday night. Now they're 3-2. Now you tie for the division, and the second game is in Kansas City. So shout out to the Commanders. They got down 10-0, and their defense buckled up. We called it a leaky roof a couple weeks ago. They sure as hell wasn't leaky on Sunday. They had things closed down. It was forted down. It was matted down. So shout out to the Commanders. And when you have your starting quarterback, yeah, you look a little different. No disrespect to Marcus Mariota. He's a fine player. He ain't Jaden Daniels. Congratulations to the Commanders on getting to 3-2.
Yeah, man. Chargers team, man, that's one of them. They disappointing. The last 2 weeks have been a disappointment to me, man. Like, I feel like they got their heart took in that game. Like, you know what I'm saying? They up, like you said, they went up 10-0. and then Johnston fumble. They give up a score. Then what happened? Then after that, they actually get a stop. Somebody roughed the kicker when they ran back the punt. A deep pass to McCaffrey. Right after that, they score again, and then they tied it up 10-10 at half. And after that, it's just like the Chargers ain't look functional. Like 1 week Roman one pass a lot. Next week he try and run like he don't know what he want to do yet. It was just bad. Like they just look bad. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, shout out to Washington. They played defense. The line Herbert was getting pressured. A lot of his throws. They had a lot of penalties. They look bad. They look bad right now. The last 2 weeks they look bad. Man. But shout out to Washington, big win. And yeah, like you said, man, that defense, man, if they could play like that, they could make some noise in the NFC.
The Chargers, they lost too much on the offensive line. I don't mean this in a disrespectful way. I know you like Herbert more than I do. Justin Herbert can't overcome a lot. He's a good player. He's a very good player, but he can't overcome a lot. You found me? You got a starting right tackle not playing. You got people dropping the ball, not holding on to the ball. Your left tackle go out. A guard goes out. Like I'm not taking a shot at him. I'm just giving you my opinion. He's not that good to overcome everything.
Who can though? I don't think.
I mean, it's like you said in the previous block. There's some teams out here that don't have their starters. They finding ways to win. You feel me? So my point is, I'm not coming at him. I'm not.
No. I'm just saying, like what you said.
I'll give you an example. Mac Jones. They found a way to win the game against the Rams. He's missing players.
Yeah, but I'm saying like turnover. Like, so Johnson turnover, that ain't him. The roughing the kicker ain't on him. You know what I'm saying? Like, he didn't play. Herbert ain't played bad.
No. I'm not saying Herbert played bad. What I'm saying is he's not good enough to overcome the things that when other people don't do their job. Yes, you can say.
I don't think no one is. Like, I haven't seen a quarterback where as though nobody. Like, if I haven't seen that.
No, I got you. Well, we can agree to disagree. I got you on that. My point is that at the end of the day, like for me, the players around him need to do their job. They need to do their job. Yes, I can criticize him, but they need to do their job. Justin Herbert ain't got nothing to do with Quentin Johnston fumbling the ball. He threw the ball right to him. He has nothing to do with completing a 2nd and 15 and then completing another 2nd and 25 because of a penalty. I understand that. But I'm saying, again, those other players should be criticized. But those other players, they're not the quarterback. And the quarterback, to me, is going to get more of the criticism than anyone else, especially now that you have a head coach. You might not have the best offensive coordinator, but you ain't got the same excuse you did before. So I need the players around Justin Herbert to play the way he needs to play. Because without your starting left tackle, without your starting right tackle, yeah, the offensive line is going to struggle. We get that. But we need Quentin Johnston. We need the running backs. We need the tight ends. Not Will Disley. What's the other tight end? He dropped the pass on 4th down. Ball hit him right in his hand.
Yeah.
Not Will Disley. What's his name? Not
83. I can't think of his name. 83.
Yeah, I can't think of his name. So everybody needs to do their job. Everybody, from Justin Herbert to the players to the coaches. So if Washington can play defense like that, yeah, they'll be fine in the NFC. Something tells me I don't think they'll be holding teams to 10 points every week. So congratulations to the Commanders getting the 3-2. The Chargers fall to 3-2. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a quick commercial break. You're watching Highly Opinionated. We will be right back. Ladies and gentlemen, this episode of Highly Opinionated is sponsored by Wolves of War. In some of the episodes, you can see my co-host and Ross wearing a brand called Wolves of War. Wolves of War is our first sponsor, ladies and gentlemen, and we are so thankful to have those guys sponsoring Highly Opinionated. Thank you very much. The actual meaning of Wolves of War is that it represents having a strong path behind you through the battles of life. With the right people behind you, you can get through anything. You guys see the link for Wolves of War? Make sure you guys click on the link, shop, great apparels, t-shirts, sweatsuits, whatever you want, they have. Once again, Wolves of War. Make sure you guys go shop. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Highly Opinionated. Tim, ladies and gentlemen, it's about that time, the best segment in sports. This week, as always during the NFL season, let's talk about it. Will be our NFL takeaways, observations, whatever you want to call them. Tim, as always, being the OG, being a good guy on the show. You start us off, my brother. Your week 5 observations / takeaways.
Man, the first one, man. Browning is a downer to watch, man. I thought the Bengals was gonna be all right, man, but nah, man. That boy playing with his eyes closed, man. Go Go get Jameis. Go get Jameis. Go get somebody who at least y'all gonna have a vertical pass game and y'all can score some points, man. Because I don't know what's up with Brown. And Brown has let me down for sure. I thought he'd be better than this since he's been over there for a couple years. You figure learn something from Joe Burrow, teach him something. But obviously he ain't getting taught or he ain't listening because he ain't playing. He ain't playing well at all. That's my first one, man. The second one, man. Them Harbaugh brothers, man, y'all both disappointing me, man. The Ravens, both of y'all disappointing us, man. Both of y'all, like, I can see what's going on in the bloodline. It look like in the bloodline, y'all just coach soft teams, bro. Like, defensively, first, I'm gonna talk about the Ravens first. Ravens, right? Like, I get it, y'all injured, bro. There's no way somebody coming in my home field beat me 44-10. I don't care who missing in the game. Like, we gotta see some type of effort, some type of grit. Like, y'all ain't show nothing. Like, y'all just look like y'all ain't know what y'all was doing. People out of place. Stroud had all day to, you know what I'm saying? At least if I'm going to go out attacking on both sides of the ball. You know what I'm saying? Like, I knew going in, y'all was going to try to feed Derrick Henry. What you think the Texans thought? Oh, they going to just try to give Henry the ball 30 times and work. Like, nah, yo, let Rush throw. Let him throw early and see what happens. But y'all season, I ain't going to lie. All y'all hopefuls, y'all season over. I ain't going to lie to y'all. Y'all season over. That what y'all got going on over there, it's not fixable. Like, it's not fixable. Like, you don't get toughness and all. Like, that's not fixable. Charges. Jim, you started to make me mad because that defense ain't playing up to par, bro. Like, there's no way James Daniels come back and just look like that. Like, yeah, offensively, you don't got no identity. I don't know what's up with Greg Roman. Like, I don't know what y'all doing. Yeah, the line issues, yo, but it's ways to make the line work, man. Like, a lot of people miss alignment. I don't hear them complaining. The Eagles miss alignment. We still figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Like, you bring a running back in, chip the slot receiver. Like, that ain't no excuse for y'all just to keep losing the NFC East teams. Y'all lost to the Giants. I thought y'all was gonna lose to the Giants just because I felt like Dart give them a jolt, and then they'll play a little harder because they think they got some offense. But to lose to the Commanders at home like that, the way y'all started, like it looked like they just took y'all heart from y'all. So both of y'all disappointed me, man. And I'm telling you, hey Jim, you don't win the playoff game. I'm coming up LA person. You don't win. I'm coming up there person.
Can I ask a question? Let's say the Chargers don't win the playoff game. You only blaming Jim?
No, of course he not, because he don't play. Like, I'm not one of them. The only but if that defense getting cooked and that offense looking like it is, that's what I'm talking to you first.
Gotcha.
My last one, man. I'm gonna shout out them because nobody ain't gonna talk about them. We probably won't talk about this team rest of the year because they probably won't win again. Tennessee Titans, man. Hey, look, I don't know how Arizona does this weekly because Arizona, I don't know what they do when they get up in the game. Like, I don't know if whoever they who they got Steichen over there. Who over there?
Nah, head coach is defense coordinator Jonathan Gannon.
Yeah, my fault. Yeah, somebody from Philly. I know some. Yeah, hey, look, I don't know what y'all do when y'all get big leads, but it look like y'all don't like winning to me. Like, it look like y'all got big leads in almost every one of y'all games. Y'all almost lost every one of the all the teams came back in every one of them games. Carolina was a penalty away from coming back. Like, what are y'all doing? Like, you know what I'm saying? But shout out to the Titans, man, because y'all got to win, man. I know it feels good in the locker room to get a win because going 0-16, 0-17, that's probably rough. So, you know what I'm saying? 1-16 might feel a little better because you got one. You know what I'm saying? We can look forward to something. So shout out to the Titans, man. First NFL win for Cam Ward. Hopefully they can do something else the rest of the season.
Great observations and takeaways as always, my brother. I'll start my observations off. Will the real Bo Nix stand up? Bo Nix to me is a turnover machine. He played well against the Eagles. That's a very, very good defense. I know that defense from the week before. Very, very good defense. I just want the real Bo Nix to stand up. Against the Eagles, 24-39, 242 yards, 1 touchdown, no interceptions. He didn't have no fumbles, didn't have anything. No turnovers. If Bo Nix does not turn the ball over, the Denver Broncos will be around at the end of the season because that defense will keep them in every game. I think the Broncos, you can make a case, has the best defense in the NFL. You can make a case. So for me,
you
can make a case. It might not be, but you can make a case. So if Bo Nix does not turn the ball over, we know the offensive coordinator, aka the head coach Sean Payton, going to draw up some stuff. Bo Nix, you cannot turn the ball over. If you don't turn the ball over, this Denver Broncos team, there'll be a problem to reckon with later on. There'll be a problem to reckon with as we get closer to the NFL playoffs. My second takeaway, I mentioned this earlier when we recapped the game. Baker Mayfield and Sam Darnold, they were balling. I mean, if you ain't watched that game, you saw two quarterbacks wheeling and dealing. I went over that stat line before. Baker Mayfield had 4 incompletions on the game. He was 29 of 33, 379 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 0 interceptions. I'm not coming at Tim, but I'm gonna use a phrase that Tim said. Tim said, "Well, man, I was disappointed in Seattle defense." I don't give a damn if you throw the ball against air. Somebody gonna drop a pass. To go 29 or 33, that's crazy. That's impressive. Sam Darnold, he had 6 incompletions, and 1 was an interception. 3 of the balls got tipped. 1 led to an interception. 1 Cooper caught, and then another one, the ball just hit the ground. So Sam Darnold was 28 of 34, 341 yards. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all gotta let what happened in Cleveland go with Baker Mayfield. Y'all gotta let what happened in Carolina go with Baker Mayfield. Y'all have to let go what happened with the Jets with Sam Darnold. Y'all let that go. These are 2 different players on 2 different levels. IQ and mentality is on 2 different levels. Shout out to Baker Mayfield and Sam Darnold being resilient. And my last takeaway. Ladies and gentlemen, when you look up in the next 2 weeks, 3 weeks, this team, they're 2-2-1. They will be 4-2-1 in the next when their next couple games are over. They play Air Carolina and they play Washington at home. I'm talking about the Cowboys. I think the Eagles will win the East. I already said that on record. I think the best thing that ever happened to the Cowboys was that 40-40 tie. It gave them hope. Most people thought they was going to go against the Packers and get killed. It gave them hope. You know what Dak Prescott is. We've seen him play in the regular season. We know what he is. Now, he falters in the playoffs, but in order to get to the playoffs, you have to win in the regular season. I'm not picking this Cowboy team to do nothing special. I just think these next 2 games, they will beat Carolina and they will beat Washington. Dallas Cowboys going to be 4-2-1 in their next 2 games, and I think the best thing that happened to them was that tie against the Packers. It gave hope. I know it was against the Jets. Their defense looked all right against the Jets. Again, it's the Jets' offense. We get that. But their defense couldn't stop the nosebleed. They looked pretty good they looked pretty good on Sunday against the Jets. So shout out to the Cowboys defense. They can turn that around. We know what type of offense they got. Like I said, I expect the Cowboys to be 4-2-1 after their next 2 games. On the road against Carolina and at home against the Washington Commanders. Tim, week 6 is fastly approaching. It's time to go over, preview our week. Preview the 3 games for week 6. Let's start off with the Sunday 4:25 game on CBS. The 4-1 San Francisco 49ers travel to Tampa Bay to take on the 4-1 Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Again, as I mentioned, previously stated, this game is Sunday 4:25 on CBS. Jim Nantz, Tony Romo, Tracy Wilson on the call. Tim, who gets to 5-1? The 49ers or the Tampa Bay Buccaneers?
Man, y'all know how I base 49ers games off. Who playing quarterback? Mac Jones. Go ahead.
Quarterback will be Mac Jones. He will be the starting quarterback.
Mac Jones starting. I think they got the better defense, even if it's, you know what I'm saying? I think they better defensively. So I got to lean to the better defense in this situation when I think both offenses, I won't say both offenses are similar because what's the name? Abuka and Godwin is better than 49ers receiver, but what the difference is C-Mac, you know what I'm saying? C-Mac, no Bucky Irving. So, you know what I'm saying? They use C-Mac a lot in the passing game. He be averaging like 8 and 9 catches. I don't know what Pearsall status is, but Jennings, all them receivers, they figure out the way to make it shake. Like, ain't no big names over there. They figure out to get first downs and figure out how to win the game. So I got to go with the better defense, and Mac Jones don't turn it over, so I'm going with the 49ers.
49ers to beat the Buccaneers to get the 5-1. Tampa Bay's favored by 2.5. Over under is 47.5. You know, 2 weeks ago I picked the Buccaneers to beat the Eagles. They lost. Last week I picked Seattle to beat the Buccaneers and wanted the Buccaneers to win, and they won.
Yeah.
What'd you say about the 49ers? Mac
What's that?
Jones, the defense. You know,
Yeah.
you took a team with a better defense. You think the offenses are similar and stuff like that. Let me take these. Wink. I'm taking the 49ers to beat the Buccaneers. Yeah, I like a trend. We might as well keep the trend going. I like the 49ers defense humming. You feel me? I want the Buccaneers to win, but I think the 49. I think these two games with the 49ers and the Seahawks. I don't think the Buccaneers are going to win both of them. So I'm going to take the 49ers. Close game, but I take the 49ers at home. Next game we're going to preview is the Detroit Lions. 4-1 travel to Kansas City to take on the Chiefs Sunday at 8:30-ish on NBC. Mike Tirico, Chris Collinsworth, Melissa Stark on the call. I'll start us off. By the time this game ends on Sunday, I think the Chiefs will have beat the Lions. I'm taking the Chiefs to beat the Lions. I respect what the Lions are doing. I think they're up and coming. I think they're one of the best teams in the NFC. But I just think it's wrong spot, wrong time. And if you go back a couple seasons ago, this was the opening season matchup, and the Lions got the Chiefs. And I feel like Mahomes and Kelsey and Reed, they haven't forgot that. I think this Chiefs defensive line to get after Jared Goff. We've seen Jared Goff in a dome and outside of a dome. So I think the Jared Goff outside of a dome is strike. Give me Patrick Mahomes. Give me Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelsey, Andy Reid, Chris Jones, and the Kansas City Chiefs to beat the Lions.
Yeah, this game. I mean, So yeah, I was going back and forth in this game, but I think the Lions is better than the Chiefs. Like, y'all know how I feel like the Chiefs ain't that good. They beat up the Ravens, and everybody think they back. I get it. That was a game. This the Ravens, but the Ravens are they pretty trash right now. So they beat the Giants. You know what I'm saying? The Chiefs ain't really beat nobody. So I can't say somebody back till I see they do it. So if they beat the Lions, I'd be pretty impressed because I don't think it's much left over there in the Kansas City. So give me the Lions, and I actually think they win by double digits.
You like the Lions double digits? I like the Chiefs. That game is Sunday night on NBC, Sunday Night Football. Last game we're going to preview for Week 6. The 2-2 Chicago Bears travel to the 3-2 Washington Commanders. This game is Monday, 8:15 on ABC. Joe Buck, Troy Aikman, Lisa Salters, Laura Rutledge will be on the call. Tim, who wins this game? The Washington Commanders or the Chicago Bears?
I ain't gonna lie, man. Y'all know how I feel about the Bears, man. I told y'all their season was over 2 weeks ago. I stand by it. I guarantee it, as my man Frank Lucas said in the movie, I stand by it, I guarantee it. Man, I like Washington big, man. I don't think there's nothing the Bears could do to these boys, especially with JD5 back. I think he can be throwing it around the yard. And watch out for that running back McCoskey. I don't know where he came from last week. He came out of nowhere, but he run hard, man. So I like Washington big, man.
So you like the Commanders? I'm going to take the upset. I like the Chicago Bears. I thought last season that season changed when they went to Washington and lost on a Hail Mary. I think the Bears haven't forgot that. That ushered in the new Caleb Williams, Ben Johnson era. So I think the Bears will be ready for this game. I think the Bears have this game circled. I like what I'm seeing from the Bears. Ladies and gentlemen, in order to learn how not to lose, you must learn how to win. And repeat that again. In order to learn how not to lose, you must learn how to win. The Chicago Bears are in that stage of they're learning how to win. They had a last game before their Week 5 bye. They played the Raiders, won the game on the road 25-24. I know I don't have that much respect for the Raiders or Geno Smith, but to win a game on the road in the NFL was extremely hard. I don't care how you do it and when you do it. It's hard. So for that, I'm taking the Bears. Give me Caleb Johnson. I'm comparing Ben Johnson and Caleb Johnson. Find a way to get this win for the Chicago Bears on Monday night. Tim, before we get up out of here, man, NFL notable games for the week. The Seattle Seahawks at the Jacksonville Jaguars Sunday at 1 p.m. and the Buffalo Bills at what game catches your attention?
Atlanta versus the Bills, man. Atlanta coming off the bye. I want to see how they plan on attacking the Bills defense and defensively, what's their game plan to contain Josh Allen and James Cook. And for the Bills, man, they coming off a loss versus the Patriots, so I just want to see how they plan on bouncing back, what's the adjustments they make, what they saw in the film room as well. So that'll be the game that has my attention most.
I get it. The Bills, they serious about that outfit. They can't lose to 2 bad teams in a row. You can lose your teams throughout the season. You can't lose to 2 average or bad teams. I wouldn't say the Patriots are bad, but I'd say average. I think the Patriots are average. Let's say the Patriots might be slightly above average, but I think I think the Falcons are average. So for me, you don't want to lose 2 games that you're supposed to win. So I'm definitely looking for the Buffalo Bills to stand up and show out in the ATL Monday night. The game I'm looking at is Seattle at Jacksonville. Depending on how Jacksonville plays on Monday night, 2 great young defenses playing great, emerging, balling out. So I think that could be a great defensive game between Seattle and Jacksonville, and just all comes down to the turnover, the big mistake. As of yet, we haven't seen Sam Darnold make that as much as this season. We've seen Trevor Lawrence do that. So that game will come down to that, but should be a great, and I do mean a great Week 6 action. Should be great Week 6 in the NFL. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you guys for watching episode 53 of the best sports show out, Highly Opinionated. For the best producer, the best editor, the best guy here on Highly Opinionated, Ross. For the best co-host, the guy I learned so much from, Randallstown Rec legend himself, Tim. I'm merely Josh. I'll see you guys next week for episode 54. We out.
Appreciate y'all.